Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's our next episode of Video Game Reviews. And this time we're going to be talking about the new Kirby racing game that has just recently come out. That being Kirby Air Riders, which, and unlike Pokemon Legends CA, this game is only available on the Nintendo Switch 2. And this game actually just released this month, so just came out, like, literally just fresh out of the oven, and it's pretty much a sequel to Kirby Air Ride, which of course came out on the Nintendo GameCube in the mid-2000s. And the controls in this game, you focus on steering, boosting, as well as utilizing the signature ability of the Kirby series to absorb enemies' powers. Now, the original Air Ride only featured Kirby, Meta Knight, and King Dedede's playable characters. But in this game, there are 21 playable characters, which Sakurai refers to as riders in this game. And they can all use copy abilities. And each of them also have their own unique special ability. Like, Kirby has 4 different special abilities, and the one that's used obviously depends on the color of the Kirby that's selected. And there's also multiple vehicles to pick from, with each of them having different stats. Now, there's several different modes in this. There's Air Ride, City Trial, and Top Ride, which all return from Kirby Air Ride, and they're all expanded both size and depth, and they feature online local multiplayer. And there's also Relay Race that allows you to swap your vehicle after every lap, and City Trial mode that allows you to take part in team battles. Now, the Air Ride races, you can have 6 players, while Top Ride supports up to 8, and City Trial allows up to 16 players simultaneously. So that can get very hectic online. Now, you move forward automatically without any input. You just steer and try to maintain balance. Now, there's 18 different racetracks in this game, 9 of which are brand new, and then the other 9, of course, are lifted from the previous game. Now, Road Trip is a brand new mode that was not in the original Kirby Air Rider. It's Kirby Air Ride, pardon me. It's exclusive to this game, and it's basically the game's story mode. And in that mode, you have to play challenges or mini games that relate to the existing game modes, and there are a system of characters from previous Kirby games to progress. Now, Miles is your in-game currency in this that you can earn by playing the game, and you spend them in the shop to unlock customization options as well as vehicles. So, yeah, pretty good. Now, the story for the road trip mode goes like this. So, Zora was the first machine to crash land on the planet Popstar. Unable to move, it then made a wish for more machines to arrive on the planet, which is carried to the Fountain of Dreams and granted by Galactic Nova. When the machines fall from the sky as a result of Zora's wish, they require individuals to activate them by sharing their will and becoming known as Riders. Galactic Nova then transforms Zora into the machine Gigantes, which, if activated by a Rider, can destroy the planet. Gigantes sends a signal to Riders and their machines to journey to Gigantes, and Noir Dedede, who is a Ascendant Rider / machine to have formed from a piece of Zora's will, attempts to stop the player from reaching Gigantes. Now, if you collect all 20 machines in the road trip mode, then the true ending is initiated. The machines then all fly into fully powered Gigantes, and Noir Dedede summons the legendary machines Hydra and Dragoon to fight alongside the player. Noir Dedede sacrifices itself to create a road for the player to Galactic Nova, and another legendary machine, Leo, then appears for the player to ride. And after Galactic Nova is defeated, the machines then reassemble Zora's original form, and it flies off into the cosmos. And after completing the true ending, Noir Dedede is then unlocked as a playable character. So, yeah, so that's basically how Road Trip goes. So, yeah, overall, it's definitely a fun game mode. Now, I've already played, I've played 6 stages of the road trip mode so far. For what I looked up, because I wasn't sure on this, but apparently there are 12 different stages in that mode. So I've gone through about half of them so far as the time I'm recording this video, so I still have about half the stages left. But to me, it's kind of like one of those modes where you kind of have to play through it multiple times in order to get everything. And that I'm not sure if I want to do, but we'll have to see what happens. Just to see what happens. The City Trial, I was playing a little bit of that yesterday. Now, granted, it was against CPUs, but still. It was a very fun time. I definitely enjoyed playing that. The regular races are definitely fun. Now, the Top Ride mode, in a way, it kind of reminds me of, like, the original, like, the classic playstyle of racing that you would have had, like, back in the days of, like, Super Nintendo and N64 and what have you. So, yeah, definitely very nostalgic. Now, and as for City Trials, so how that works, and I even explained this in my gameplay video of that mode, which, as the time this is airing, you'll end up seeing later today. But yeah, you get 5 minutes to grab as many power-ups as you can, and then after the 5 minutes are up, you then compete in a stadium event to see who's the best, and whoever wins the stadium event basically wins the whole thing. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like, the whole game itself is really fun. Sakurai really cooked with this one, I feel. So, like, if he can do great things with this game, then I can see him doing some great things with the next Smash Brothers, whatever that might end up being. But, I mean, is this game better than the original Kirby Air Ride? I would probably say so, but granted, I never played the original Kirby Air Ride, so I can't really speak too much for that. But if the original Kirby Air Ride ever gets added to the Nintendo Switch Online service, then I would definitely want to play that. Because I feel that would be a lot of fun to play on the channel. Like, to see how the original Kirby Air Ride looked back in the day. But yeah, as for this game, definitely a chef's kiss. Sakurai did an amazing job on this, I feel. Now, keep in mind that he also did mention that there would not be any more content updates to this game, like any new content or whatever, or any further sequels, which is, the part where there's not going to be any more sequels, like, that's a bit disappointing, but at the end of the day, it's his decision and what have you. So, I think, like, based on everything that I just said, I think this game, I'm going to give this game a 9.2 out of 10. But now that, and another thing also is, now that this has come out, it kind of raises the question, which of the following has been the better racer this year? Because you now have this to go along with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and then of course Mario Kart World, which came out in June alongside the Switch too. So that's going to be an interesting debate that's going to have to be settled. But in the meantime, though, that is going to do it for this episode of Video Game Reviews. Hopefully you've all enjoyed this one. I will see you all again very soon for another video. So take care, everyone, and have a good week.